Hi, Springdale family. I am Regina Scott, the PLC coach at Springdale, and I would like to take this time to welcome you to our annual Title I meeting. As the PLC coach, I support family and community engagement, students and teachers as well as manage the Title I budget. Title I. What is Title I? Title I is a federal program designed to provide all children significant opportunity to receive a fair, equitable, and high-quality education and to close educational achievement gaps. Title I programs and services provide customized instruction and curricula that helps these students meet academic standards and take an active, engaged interest in what they learn and can do. Proud to be a Title I school. Being a Title I school means receiving federal funding to supplement the school's existing programs. These dollars are used for identifying students experiencing academic difficulties and providing timely assistance to help students meet the state's challenging content standards, purchasing supplemental staff, programs, materials, and supplies, conducting parental involvement meetings, trainings, and activities, recruiting, hiring, and retaining highly qualified teachers. Springdale operates as a school-wide Title I program. Okay. Parent and Family Engagement Plan. Our Parent and Family Engagement Plan in a child's education is a greater predictor of academic success than whether or not their family is affluent or poor. That's why Title I insists on robust parent and family engagement activities at every school where federal funds support effective teaching and engaged learning. This plan addresses how the school will implement the parental involvement requirements of the Every Student Succeeds Act, which is called ESSA, how parents can be involved in decision-making and activities, how parental involvement funds are being used, how information and training will be provided to parents, how the school will build capacity in parents and staff for stronger parental involvement. You, as a Title I parent, have the right to be involved in the development of your school's parental involvement plan. Availability of parent training. District has sponsored parent workshops. Shelby County School website offers parent training, as well as the Parent Resource Center. At school, we have literacy, math, and science nights. We have Eureka and our new ELA curriculum, our new reading series called Wonders. We have parent workshops that are sponsored at school. Parent involvement activities that you can be a part of at Springdale include PTO, open house, 9 weeks honors programs. We have our family math and science nights. You can be a 10-ready proctor, career day, become a safety patrol member, join in with coffee with the counselor, participate on field trips, room mom and dads, literacy night, participate muffins with moms, pizza with pops, science Saturdays, parent-teacher conferences, and participate with our pastries with principal. Your rights to know, parents' right to know. Parents' right to know. As a parent, you have the right to know teachers' qualifications, paraprofessional qualifications, and you have the right to withhold information from military recruiters. Parent-teacher conferences. Parent-teacher conferences are an important part of maintaining communication between home and school. There are 2 district-wide conferences. The first one is coming up on October 1st and March 11th, 2021. Opportunities for additional parent meetings include muffins with mom, coffee with the counselor, PTO meetings, pastry with principals, and pizza with pop. Those are just to name a few. Okay, our school compact. The school compact is a commitment from the school, the parent, and the student to share in the responsibilities for improved academic achievement. And this can be found in your student handbook, which is online. Okay, our school improvement plan is currently being updated, and it includes school-wide goals and action steps. It is updated each year, and a copy can be found in the PLC office for your review. Okay, reporting student progress. Students will bring home a daily yellow home folder that contains all weekly assignments and any updates that the teacher would like to share with the parents. We have our progress reports, which comes out about every 4.5 weeks. Report cards are every 9 weeks. You receive iReady diagnostic assessments reports, which is our intervention. We have a FastBridge Illuminate universal screening, and that includes benchmark and progress monitoring tool that we use. And we have Master Connect, which is a district benchmark assessment, as well as our school-based weekly assessments. Teacher qualifications. All teachers and paraprofessionals are highly qualified. Okay, this is just a data snapshot. Preparation is key. Okay, this is a report from our Mastery Connect. It says on track and mastery in ELA, which is our reading on grades K through 5. We have about 39% of our students have mastered the standards for this school year, for last school year. We have on track, we have 25.4%. Approaching, we have 25.4%. On track, we have 19.6% of our students, and below, we have about 15%. Overall, our ELA, they've done so much improvement in this area that we are continuing to grow. Okay, in our math performance, our students just really outdid themselves. Last year, we had 61.3% of those students who mastered the state standards, with 29.7% of our students are on track, and we have about 49% of our students, or excuse me, 8% of our students who are approaching, and just a small number who are below, and that seems like to be just maybe about 2% of our students are below, which is excellent. So our district and school status, Springdale is a reward school for the 2019-20 school year, and this year we have been called awarded a Beating the Odds school in ELA, which shows that we are making great strides and gains in our reading achievement. Okay, now we will have a word from our counselor, Dr. Sexton.
Hello, Springdale family. I'm Dr. Sexton, school counselor. I would like for you to know that I'm here for you. Please feel free to contact me. You can email, text, or call as shown. Also, I would like to invite you to our first Coffee with the Counselor Wednesday, September the 30th. This is an opportunity for us to chat and discuss concerns and to meet special guests. Please join us September the 30th at 9 a.m. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Dr. Sexton. Now we will have a word from our principal, Carmen Gregory.
Good morning, Springdale family. I hope everyone is doing well, and I am here to share with you some information on our virtual learning and parent responsibility. Parents, let me first say that I do realize this is a very challenging time for you as parents, and also for our students, and even us here at the school, the administrator, myself, and our teachers. But the main thing I want you to know is that we are here to support you. The other important thing for you to know is to understand that how you respond to virtual learning is how your child will respond. Although many of you want to see it different, you want to see the kids back in school, we must understand that right now, this is school for our children. And so we have to conduct ourselves and have our students to conduct themselves in the same way. So I just want to share some information with you about parent responsibilities so that you can partner with us so that we can gain the most success from our children during this time. So the first thing I want to share is parents, please ensure the students are up and ready for school by 8 a.m. Parents, we want you to act just as if the students were getting up for you to drive them to school. Make sure they are up, wash their face, brush their teeth, eat their breakfast, get dressed in their regular clothing, and be present by 8 a.m. Classes are ready to begin. We really need your support in this because virtual learning is different. And so time is of great importance. And in order to make sure our students have the adequate time engaging in learning, we need them there by 8. I want them sitting there just as if they're getting ready to walk through the doors of the school. Also, parents, please make sure that you have created a space where you can, where your child can sit at a table or desk. Now, we know this is not available to everyone, but create the best space that you can so that your child has adequate spacing to engage in the learning. Allow the camera to face a wall to ensure there is a quiet background. The reason we need you to do this is because when that does not happen, it can create a disruption in the classroom. It can cause your child to lose focus where they're not engaging at the level that they should. And so these are just a couple of suggestions to make sure that the child is able to engage with ease. Very often we have older siblings or other family members. Make sure that they understand from 8 to 3 each day is your child's time to be at school, even though it is in your home. The next thing, parents, that we ask you to do is to ensure your child has their camera on and their devices muted until called on by the teacher. Now, I know some parents think, I don't want the camera on, but this is what we need to have happen in order for the child to be counted present. Now, we do understand that sometimes things occur where the child may have to disengage from the camera, but if the child is not seeing, the teacher calls on them, that's okay, because they can ask them to turn their camera on. But if a teacher calls your child and repeatedly they do not answer, then we have to count that child as absent. So just like we need the child's body in school to be counted present, we need the child in front of the camera, ready to be unmuted when called on by the teacher. It is asked that students mute themselves until they are called on by the teacher, just in case there is any background noise there. Also, parents, I would like to suggest if you have more than one child engaging, attempt to have them in separate spacing. If you're not able to do this, make sure that the students don't go from one computer to the next, because it's just like they're walking into their child's classroom. And also encourage other family members from entering into the child's learning space. We've had incidents where older siblings or family members get in the camera dance and they're making jokes. Well, this is seen by all the class and it causes a disruption. So we need them to be in that space, engaged, and apart if they're able to. And this is also where muting is important, because anything that's being said can be heard. So even if your child is sitting next to their brother or sister and they're in another teacher's classroom, if their microphone is not muted, then they can also hear the other teacher talking in the background. Now, if you are not aware, we do have headphones here for all of our students. So if you have not picked those up, you certainly can come by the school between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. to pick them up. If you have something going on where you need them outside that time, just call to the school and I will definitely work with you. Now, this is a biggie for us parents. Please allow your child to work independently as they do in regular school. The work submitted must be from your child. Now, we have had some cases where parents have been finishing tests and work for students. Parents, I know it is difficult to watch your child grapple through or struggle through the learning, but guess what? This is when the best part of learning is taking place. When your child seems to struggle and grapple with the content, that says they are thinking, and that's okay. You have to trust your child with the teacher as you do each day when you drop them off. Because believe me, if your child does not get the right answers or they struggle through completing an assignment, the teacher's going to come back to that child and work with them to make sure that they understand the work and support them. But what we have to do is know what your child knows so that we know where to support. Because if they get all the answers correct, it's an automatic assumption that they understand the work and we can move on from that. So if the work is done and the child still doesn't understand, that does not benefit them in the long run. So please make sure you allow your children to work independently. If you have questions or feel like they need additional support, you can call the school and we'll be sure to make sure that happens. This is also a big one, parents. I know that issues arise. You may have questions about something another child did in the classroom. You may have questions about something a teacher shared or said to your child. But just like when regular school is in place, you need to schedule a parent conference or come to the school or call to the school and speak with me. Because during the middle of class, when everyone's there to hear it, other children, every other parents, it is not the ideal spacing for that to occur. Just when regular school is going on, things are going to happen that you don't agree with. And when you come to the building, we tell you have to make an appointment, or if I'm available, I'll speak with you. We want you to think the same way. So if there are any issues, we need you to schedule a time to speak with the teacher. They can be available for you before or after school, as well as during their planning time. You just have to find that out from the teacher. But you may also contact the main office. This is something I wanted to say in the beginning. We are here to support you for the success of the child. Everyone that's engaged in this virtual learning, from the top of the district, our superintendent, all the way down to the cafeteria managers that are outside passing out lunches on Thursday and Friday. We are here to support you for the success of the child. And if we realize that, then irregardless of what we agree with or don't disagree with, we can come together and make sure that what needs to happen is taking place. Also, ensure that your child reports to every class period. We have some students coming at the beginning of the day and not coming back for the end. I want to remind you, because we check students' log in and log out information. Students must attend school for at least 4 hours to be counted present. So some of you have contacted the school and said, my child's being marked absent. I know they were there this morning. Well, if they go to one class but don't go to their second class, they could possibly be marked absent because they must attend for at least 4 hours. They need to attend the entire day. But if there is an emergency or if they're just not coming back, then that could prevent them from being counted present. So please make sure that they understand they are to report to every class. Parents, I emailed, and I believe if they're not, they're going to be posted to our website, your child's schedule. It tells you where they go first, where they go next. It tells you on what days they report to PE, music. It even gives you times that they actually work offline. So what I want you to know and understand is that they have a full day schedule, and you're welcome to come by the school and pick up those schedules. You can call and request that they be emailed to you. And again, if they're not now, they will shortly be on our website. Now, parents, if you are experiencing difficulty that prevents your child from attending or reporting late or cause them to report late, contact the main office. We know that this is technology. Things happen. We were experiencing a little difficulty today. So if your child's device is not working, your hotspot is not working, or whatever may be taking place, just call the school and make us aware so that we can make sure we update their attendance, that we don't count them absent for that day. And also, please note that we have work packages for when your devices are not working that kids can come and pick up to make sure that they don't miss out on any assignments. So you can come by the school, pick those packets up, fill them out, and return them back for that teacher to ensure they receive credit. You can return it by bringing it back up to the school. You can return it by snapping a picture and emailing it to the teacher. If you want the packet and can't make it by the school, you can even call the school and we will email it to you, as long as you have the ability to print it out and then bring back or send back to the school. Also, if your child is absent, please be sure to submit an excuse note via email to the teacher, myself, Ms. Graham. Also, you can place it in the class chat for the teacher or contact the main office directly, so that when your child is out, even though they're not coming back with their note, we still need that information so that we can document their absence as excused or unexcused to avoid any truancy issues. Also, parents, I want you to know that a parent digital guide has been emailed and is available for pickup at the school to assist with engaging your student in the learning process. Now, parents, outside of this, what I want you to know is that your student is accountable for their attendance and also their behavior in this setting. We do have a discipline plan that we've shared with the students. Students can be placed in virtual ISS. They can also be suspended from virtual learning, and they can be referred to alternative school if they simply refuse to follow the virtual learning rules. Now, we know there's a difference between students just struggling to engage because of focus, or students having difficulties or becoming frustrated. We understand all of that. I even encourage parents and say, hey, if you see your child really struggling, they're not engaging and becoming frustrated, we don't want to turn them off from school. So what you can have your child to do is to log off for about 10 or 15 minutes, make the teacher aware, and just give them a little breathing time to calm down so they can come back and engage in their most effective way. But not only do we hold students accountable, we also hold parents accountable. The same way we expect you to conduct yourself when you enter the building, in terms of if you have an issue that you need to have addressing, or something has occurred between your child and another child, we have the same expectations during our virtual setting. So we need to ensure that when we come into the camera for virtual learning, that we are presenting ourselves in the right way. We need to make sure that we're using appropriate language. Because this is our school setting, just as we would at school, will not tolerate parents or other family members or anyone in the background using profanity or inappropriate language, or the same way when things happen inappropriate at school and we have to address them. It will happen with virtual learning. This is new for all of us, and I know it can be overwhelming and frustrating, but as Dr. Sexton, our counselor, shared, she is here. We have spoken with parents to help guide them through this process, because it can be overwhelming when you're thinking about needing to be at work and making sure that your students are actually attending school and learning, and entrusting them with family members or other places to make sure they stay engaged. But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. We are here to support you. So even if you're having an issue such as, Ms. Greg, I'm going to work, I have someone watching my child, but they're not keeping them engaged, just call and let us know so that we will be able to support you in looking at your child's attendance, their engagement, their behavior, and other matters. We will not work against you at any time, so we don't want you to work against us. We are all here, including you, for the best for our children. And so I think if we understand that, we can come together. Just call and we're going to be here to support you. So I know sometimes we respond out of frustration with the entire process, and we understand that. And we're here to listen to you, and we're here to find out exactly what we can do in order to make the experience good, because we want our kids to still love school. So I am here. If you need me, you can email me, call me. I promise you I will get back to you. But these are the things we need from you parents. I am sure that you are willing to do these because you want what's best for your child. So right now, since this is what school is, virtual learning, we've got to make the best of it, because I promise you, if you make it seem great, your kids are going to think it's great. If you make it seem horrible, your kids are going to think it's horrible, and they're going to be reluctant to engage in it. So I hope this has helped. Again, we have a parent digital guide just showing parents how to make sure their children are logged on, how to engage in our Ready, how to engage in our Clever. And I also believe there may be some information there about looking up assignments, checking kids' grades. If not, we'll make sure we get that to you, because that's another big part. You can come home and say, did you do your work today? Your child may say yes. Well, guess what? You can go on there and look up their assignment, see if they've completed it, and even look at their grades. So if we don't have that in the packet, we'll be sure to share that with you. As always, I want to thank you all for choosing Springdale. We want you here. We want our family to continue to grow. So if you have any family members looking for a small family-oriented school, send them right over to 880 North Hollywood, and we'll be happy to accept them. At this time, I will turn it back over to our wonderful PLC coach, Ms. Scott, to close us out. Thank you.
Thank you, parents. Thank you, parents, for attending Springdale's annual Title I meeting for the 2021 school year. For more information and resources, please visit us on our school's website at www.sesk12.org. Thank you again for attending. Have a safe day.